Welcome to the Outdoors Quality Podcast. Here's your host, Gerardo Ayala.
Ever wondered about the intricacies of removing a load-bearing beam for an open concept space? Stay tuned for our upcoming interview with a seasoned general contractor as we dive into the process and considerations involved. Welcome back, everyone. This is Garfield Bone, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Gerardo Ayala. Gerardo, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am well. So, Gerardo, for an open concept, what is involved in removing a weight-bearing beam?
What's involved there? Well, if we know there's a bearing wall located in that area, what normally we do, we go ahead. Well, first of all, we actually need to have some kind of architectural plans and an engineer involved before we can even touch anything and then make sure we have a permit. But as soon as that goes into effect and we have all that stuff, we have to go ahead and basically reinforce the area where we're going to remove that bearing wall. And once we go ahead and reinforce the area with, we usually reinforce it with 2x4s or 2x6s at a certain, like usually it's around like every 16 inches on center. We have to reinforce that area, and it's like a huge wide span. As soon as we have that, we go ahead and cut off any kind of drywall, remove any electrical, if there is any electrical between that wall or on the ceiling. As soon as we go ahead and do that, we'll go ahead and apply. It really depends. Sometimes it could be a 2x10, 2x12, depending whatever the architect puts on the plan. And we go ahead, add its new base where the bearing wall is going to actually sit on. And we sit that bearing wall on top of it, the 2x12s or the 2x10s. And then we go ahead and patch everything up. As soon as everything is patched up and firmly secured, we go ahead and remove all these. They're actually called joists off of the where the old bearing wall used to be at, since now we have all the weight supporting on top of the new bearing wall, which is going to be discrete, and you have that open concept now.
I know for a lot of listeners, this is probably complicated.
It really is, yeah.
I guess it's like a split, though, right? You're making that beam stronger than it was before, so it doesn't need that bearing. I know there's a lot of people that's looking at their home now, and that darn wall just kills that spot. You know, I mean, what does it cost on average? I know it could vary, but from low to high, give us an extremely high, extremely low. What's involved in, what would the cost be in moving a bear?
If I had to do numbers, just right off the bat, my architect's the architect's gonna charge roughly between $2,000 and $3,000 just to have a set of plans backed up by an engineer. And then let's say if we go to permitting costs, you're roughly looking about $500 to $1,000. So let's say you're already about $4,000 into it and no work has been done. And let's say to do that bearing wall, give or take another probably, I want to say $6,000 to $12,000. So you're roughly looking around $15,000, around that number, to do such work like that. It kind of costs a lot. It's a lot of time consuming because you have to go out there, you have to spend money to build to support the old bearing wall in order to put your new bearing wall. And then say after you cut all that stuff, you have to have an electrician out there. Maybe we have to have an HVAC guy, which is your AC, and then have to go put the drywall back up, reframe everything, reroute all the new electrical, if anything having to do with plumbing as well. You never know, so it kind of varies the price point. But if I had to say, I'd say $15,000, and a project like that could possibly take about a month to do from start to finish, and as soon as we have the permit in hand.
But you're the man. I'm sure you could knock it out with a smile, right?
Oh yeah, only if we could. Only if we didn't have to do inspections and everything. One day.
Love it. Sure. You have the wonderful rest of the day, Gerardo.
You too.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Outdoors Quality Podcast with Gerardo Ayala. To start building your outdoor living dreams, go to theoutdoorsquality.com or call 772-577-9172. That's 772-577-9172.